Emmy and Tony-winning Bob Mackie's vibrant and fabulous career is the focus of the new documentary, Bob Mackie, Naked Illusion.
It highlights the remarkable six-decade journey of the designer, celebrated for his groundbreaking, innovative creations. The incomparable Bob Mackie joins us right now on the Good Day stage. So nice to meet you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Yes.
Hey, before we get to the documentary here, last time a lot of people saw you, we heard you fell on the way to go to see the Rockettes. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine, and I'm going to see the real show today because I didn't get to see it the other night. They took me to the hospital.
You fell and hit your head?
The whole face. Bang, crash.
All right, but you're all good now.
Well, and the knee's a little iffy, but I'm working on it.
Well, you still got your boyish features.
Oh, God, my boyish features at this age.
Yeah. Keep them as long as you can have them, right?
Well,
Let's talk about the documentary here.
Yes.
First of all, I wouldn't ask why now, because you've been doing this for 6 decades, but why not before?
Well, I never thought about it, really. I was the backstage person. Nobody didn't even know who I was. And then lovely people like Carol Burnett people would ask, and she'd tell them, who was there, or Cher, or somebody, whoever.
I loved the documentary, Naked Illusion. And
thank you.
I'm curious to know, when we're in motion, sometimes it's hard for us to really recognize our impact. We look back on those iconic moments that you had, Judy Garland, Cher, Tina Turner, Elton John. I mean, the list goes on and on.
The best clients.
The best clients.
The best,
But
actually.
did you know your contribution to fashion in those moments?
And I never thought of it as fashion. I was a costume designer. And I could, create characters for somebody like Carol or Mitzi Gaynor or whoever, And it just gave them a little that extra oomph to play something a certain way. Where if you just put a normal dress that you picked up at Saks, it's not the same.
Also, watching your documentary, we learned that you were raised by your grandmother.
Well, for 8 years I was there, and she was watching where I was every minute.
And she gave you your first sewing machine. I'm curious to know what she saw in you in that moment, and what do you think she would say if she were here today about your success?
I don't think she saw anything in particular. She said, oh, that's Bobby, he's just busy. I'd be in my bedroom, and I'd be drawing and whatever, and I did that from the time I was, 4 years old. I was drawing pictures. They weren't great, but they were, for 4, not too bad.
It was in you. I mean, that's basically what it was.
It was in me,
yeah.
and I knew what I wanted to be. And then when I was 12, I saw the movie An American in Paris with Gene Kelly.
Yes.
And the big ballet at the end was so beautiful, and the costumes were amazing. And I thought to myself, I think I can do this. Now, at 12, you're becoming a little more mature than you were earlier on. So, whatever. You keep doing it.
I want to talk about some of the people that you've helped dress over the years.
Yes.
But I want to take another look at the clip from the documentary first.
A lot of people think he just did what I wore, but he designed for everybody every bit of costuming that you saw on our show. The Gone with the Wind, that's what everybody thinks. That will go in the time capsule as one of the longest laughs ever, and that was Bob's idea.
The gown is gorgeous.
Thank you. I saw it in the window and I just couldn't resist it.
That's the one that really kind of exploded for you. You were the costume designer for the Carol Burnett show, doing all their costumes. You did other shows as well.
Well, 11 years of just that series alone. And then I worked with her a million times on other things.
And that's what it really has kind of gotten you into the zeitgeist, if you will. Nowadays, it's Pink, it's Miley Cyrus, it's Zendaya, but way back then it was Cher.
All those new girls.
Yes.
Yeah, but they keep coming to you because of what you bring.
Well, they were babies when I started.
Yeah.
They were just,
they weren't even alive.
Not even alive, no. And, it's amazing, though, when all of a sudden these Disney-trained children are grown-up ladies and quite gorgeous.
Yes, and want the glitz and the glamour done
Zendaya is amazing.
Okay, so speaking of Zendaya, we want to ask you about some of the people that you've dressed over the years. And just tell us real quick, the first thing that comes to your mind, these are some of the people you designed outfits for or worked with. Let's start with Cher.
Well, Cher, I met on the Carol Burnett show. She was a young act with Sonny. So and when the show first came on the air, they weren't sure who was going to watch it. Of course, now it's like a classic variety show of all time, but it was wonderful. It was like a gift to me to be able to work on that show.
And what about Tina Turner?
Oh, I love Tina Turner. I just miss her so much. She made me laugh. She was just the best, the best. You know, I have this thing of certain people are just born to be on stage and to entertain. You watch Tina and you go, how'd she think to do that? Who told her to do that?
Yeah.
She was just amazing.
Another
Amazing.
one that wows, you did her Grammy dress this year, Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus, well, she was just a little girl, you know, when she started out. Hannah Montana,
Yes.
you know, and, you know, watching her work, you go, yeah, that girl knows what she's doing.
What was the inspiration? Because when I immediately saw her, I thought of Tina Turner and that dress and the moves and
I
the
think
shaking.
she did too. You know, if you're a young performer and you kind of got it going and you've seen Tina Turner, it's still going to creep in there. You can't help it.
I know the moves from Roland.
Brilliant.
Is there something you would consider a Bob Mackie style, or is it so individual?
I try to always look at the person, the star, and see what it is that people think about her and what they expect, what an audience expects to see her look like. You don't want her to walk out and look like your school teacher. You want her to look out and look like Tina Turner or Anne Margaret or any of these people that I've dressed over the years, because they have a look already of their own.
Yeah. Bob Mackie, the incomparable. Thank you so much for joining us this
My
morning.
pleasure.
And we'll have the
Thank
documentary,
you.
which you can catch
See
everywhere.
the documentary when it comes out.
Yes.
It's perfect, and we have some fun in it.
It is.
Thank
it
you
is
so
perfect.
much. Bob Mackie, Naked Illusion is the name of the documentary.
It is.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you being with us.
Thank you.
It's a festive time of the year, and this weekend, UBS Arena decks the halls for the Great American Christmas Festival. Actress Jill Wagner will be there this weekend to help bring in the holidays at this huge celebration.
It's an immersive holiday experience. It'll have crafts, ice skating, and of course, an appearance by Father Christmas himself. Jill Wagner joins us right now to talk about the Great American Christmas Festival. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You know, this kind of ties in. Everybody gets a chance to see you and your people live,
Yeah.
but it ties into this special that you have on Great American Family coming up on December 23rd.
I am so excited about this special. I mean, not just because it is my family. I'm bringing the viewers into our personal experience at Christmas, but I just hope it reminds everybody of the simple things during the holidays that don't cost a lot of money. It's friends, it's family, it's faith, it's food, of course. But it's just really something special that we wanted to share with people.
And you're basically bringing people into your home on the farm down in Tennessee with your family.
Yeah, and I brought my whole family. It was so funny because they're not actors, so they don't know this whole experience, and I think everybody was sufficiently worn out by the end of this, and they were like, my dad was like, oh. I mean, but it is something special. I hope everybody really relates to it, and they love it as much as we did filming it.
Jill, doing my research on you, you've lived quite the life. Okay, I had no idea you were a weekend correspondent for Extra. I mean, you've done everything.
I have done everything. When people are like, what do you like best? Because I've been a host, I've been an actor, I've kind of done it all, and I've told everybody my choices in my career were all about what is fun? What was fun? And then it's the people that I work with. Of course, I want a great project at the end, but it's really for me about the experience of getting there. And I've been privileged to work with a lot of really amazing people.
Yeah, you have. Let's talk about your latest project, which has been a complete hit. I mean, when we talked about you coming on this show, everyone was like, Lioness. She's from Lioness. I mean, they love you. The reviews have been great.
Yeah. You know, it is great for me as an actor, and of course for me as a producer. All of those things are great, but I think for me, I'm most proud of that project because it was something that I helped create in my 40s. And I know I have 2 little girls, and one day they're going to be 40 and they're going to say, oh, I can't do this. And I hope that they can remember and say, you know what, Mom did it. So I just want to leave that with them. So I'm most proud of that. Although, yes, it's great for my career and it's great for a lot of other people's career. I think Nicole Kidman just won or was nominated for a Critics' Choice Award for Lioness. So I'm so proud of her for that.
So she's on it. Zoe Saldana is on it. Morgan Freeman.
Freeman.
everybody. But, you know, this is an idea for people that don't know because they see you play the character Bobby. But, like, this came from your brain.
It came from my husband and I. We were on our farm in East Tennessee, and it came from me complaining and saying, I guess it's just over for me, and people just know me as the girl next door, which I love playing those roles. I do. I've been very grateful for that. But I wanted to do something to honor our men and women in the military, especially our women. And I didn't think that story had been told, at least correctly in my mind, because I know a lot of those women. And we sat around a bonfire that night and talked about...
There was some whiskey, too, I heard, involved with that bonfire.
You're in Tennessee.
I'm just saying. But yeah, it was a really special moment between me and my husband, talking about his career and the women that he had worked alongside. And once he told me about Lionesses, everything just kind of got my mind working. And I knew Taylor Sheridan from a long time ago in my 20s when he was my acting coach. So I had that connection. We called Taylor. We told him about this, and really the beauty of Taylor Sheridan's mind and what he can create is incredible. So I will give him the credit for that. But it's
you got to start it. Take some of the credit.
You know what?
It's okay.
I'll take a little bit of that credit, but I'm just happy that it's a show and it's on air and people are loving it.
I've wondered about your husband because he's in the Army. You're from a military family, but all your other people are Marines. Are they okay with that?
I will have to say my dad was slightly disappointed he wasn't a Marine. No, my dad is super proud of David, and I think anybody that serves deserves our respect.
And Army won because you named your youngest daughter Army.
I know half of my family was like, what? I'm like, I'm sorry. We just, it is one of the reasons I fell in love with my husband once I found out he was in the Army, and we have just a special connection with that, and I wanted to give her a strong name, and it's a strong name.
It works.
No doubt.
All right, so the season finale of Lioness comes out on Sunday this week.
How is it already over?
I know. Season 3 coming up?
Yes.
I'm neither confirming nor denying.
Sounds like a yes.
I heard she's not denying.
That's what I heard.
I'm not going to deny it.
Okay, I heard
well, we love it because we love the show.
All right, so that's this Sunday, December 23rd. People can catch your Christmas special with the family on Great American Family, or they can go out to UBS Arena and see you this weekend.
Yes, come see me. I'm here tomorrow and the next day, so come see me. Say hello.
Dress warmly.
Yes, dress warmly.
Thank you so much. It's really great to meet you, Jill.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much.